He can get a lot done.
Yeah, he does. And, you know, I think that's being a senior. He wants to get this team going. So sometimes it takes a little shot or two that we maybe not like.
Yeah.
But you got to take the good with the bad with kids. And that's kind of what I'm doing now. It makes me want to scream sometimes. But I have a lot of fun with these guys, you know, and they're fun to be around. It's just sometimes that they do things that you would like not to have. We need more patience on the offensive end. I mean, you know, we were timing them yesterday in possessions, and 20-second possessions seem like forever for these guys, you know, and it's not.
No.
You know, so hopefully we can keep changing. We got a tough ball game tomorrow. We know that, and I respect Altamont to the fullest, but we'll come to play and see what happens.
It'll be fun. Anytime you guys get, I mean, you got 6 miles between you. I love love that matchup. I want to mention, give you a chance to mention, talk a little bit about Andy Goldsboro. He's just a sophomore. He's got some talent.
It's pretty smooth.
Yeah.
He's pretty smooth. He's kind of like my second kid. You know, I graduated Atlanta and I got Andy, you know, and he probably gets more talking to from me just because he's a sophomore and I know how rough it is, you know, to step out here and try to play at this level.
Yeah.
And he listens, and he listens well to me. And he's got a good background, and he's just a good kid. He's quiet. Sometimes he forgets to do things, but he's a sophomore.
Right.
But then he'll make a little jump hook in the middle of the lane and looks pretty smooth. So I had a kid like that once, and he was pretty good.
You bet.
You know? So,
you bet.
But,
well, Greg, congratulations on the win. And back about 1-ish tomorrow in the game against Altamont. That ought to be a lot of fun.
It should be. I hope so. I mean, we'll come to play, and, you know, we got to hopefully get some things ironed out overnight and be ready to go.
Very good. Thanks, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
Appreciate the visit.
Right.
That's Greg Fiesel, coach at St. Elmo Brownstown. Mark Bain here will get the CHBC coach saddled up. Visit with Mark here for a minute. Mark, thanks for coming up.
Oh, no problem.
It was a situation where, and I mentioned this to Greg, how we were going along that first quarter, and I'm thinking, well, 10-6, you know, is a pretty good quarter. And mercy, then came the second quarter, and that was a load.
Yeah, you can't come back when you give up 32 points, I think it was, in a quarter.
Yeah.
So even if the boys come out and played hard that second half, you can't come back. It's hard to come back down 30. I don't know many teams have done that at halftime. So,
but you did hold them to 4 points then in the third quarter, and it went from 33 down to 23, so there are some positives there.
Oh, yeah, then in 60-40, we found them a couple times. They make their free throws there at the end, so 20 obviously looks better than 26, but their defense pushed us out. We have trouble with in-your-face defense, and obviously North Clay plays that tomorrow, so it's wild how we get to play them again.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't know that this has ever happened where the same two teams play each other twice in the same week.
Yeah, and the same tournament,
yeah.
So that's pretty wild. So we'll hopefully adjust and be here tomorrow at 11:30 and hopefully make a few more baskets. It seems like sometimes we don't know who wants to score, but then other games we have 4 guys in double digits. So last night we shoot 70%, and I'm not even sure what we did today. It had to be low 30s.
Well, I don't know whether Millie's had a chance to finish adding it up. But Dylan Webster turned around after 4 in the first half. He finished with 18. He does a good job attacking the basket.
Yeah, when we're in transition, we're a little more difficult to beat. But if you slow us down, sometimes we're stagnant in our half-court offense, and some of the boys forget maybe where to go or panic mainly where to go. So we're going to work on it. Obviously not tonight, but hopefully we can come out tomorrow and work on it against North Clay.
Yeah, exactly. And Marshall Norn, I want to mention about that kid. He hasn't scored the last 2 games, but he's a busy guy, man. He's a playmaker and looking to get a rebound or get somebody else the ball, and you got to have somebody like that.
Oh, yeah, and he directs traffic. Some of those guys, he's got to be, he's the coach on the floor, the general, the quarterback, all that good stuff. And when he's off the floor, sometimes we're in trouble.
So you think all that, you take all that into account, and you think back to having to play that Monday night game, and here you are getting to play 4 games this week.
Yeah, and I still tell the boys a chance to win 2 games in the NTC tournament. That's always positive. So we got a shot tomorrow, and we'll see what happens.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, thanks a lot, Greg.
Appreciate the visit, Mark.
Thank you.
Bet. Mark Bain, CHBC coach. Final score again in our first one tonight. SEB 66, CHBC 40. And I think Millie Lang has some stats on this one. Mill?
All righty. For Cowden-Herrick Beecher City, they were 15 of 48 from the field for 31.2%. They were 6 of 8 from the free throw line for 75%. They pulled down 20 rebounds. They were 4 of 11 from three-point range. They had 19 fouls and 40 points. For St. Elmo Brownstown, they were 22 of 48 from the field for 45.8%, 16 of 23 from the free throw line for 69.5%. They pulled down 28 rebounds. They were 6 of 19 from three-point range. They had 13 fouls for their 66 points. Individually, for Webster, he hit 8 of 16 from the field. 5 of those shots came in the final quarter. He had 4 rebounds, 2 of 7 from three-point range for his 18 points. Noren was 0 of 1 from the field. He had 1 rebound. Martin was 1 of 8 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line for his 4 points. Miller was 3 of 8 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds and 7 points. Taylor was 1 of 5 from the field. He was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He was 0 of 1 from three-point range for his 4 points. Smith was 1 of 2 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 2 rebounds. Clearwater was 1 of 3 from the field. He had 2 boards, 1 of 2 from three-point range for his 3 points. Edwards was 0 of 2 from the field. And Burks was 0 of 3 from the field. One of those was a missed three-pointer. For St. Elmo Brownstown, Maxey was 9 of 21 from the field, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He had 5 rebounds. He was 2 of 12 from three-point range for his 23 points. Brown, 5 of 9 from the field, 9 of 11 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds and 21 points. He was 2 of 5 from three-point range. Bill Pott was 2 of 3 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. He had 3 rebounds. He was 0 of 1 from three-point range for his 6 points. Pruitt was 0 of 1 from the field. He had 1 rebound. Goldsboro was 3 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds and 7 points. Himes was 2 of 7 from the field, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds and 6 points. Aderman was 0 of 0 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line for his 1 point. And Brooks was 1 of 2 from the field. He had 3 rebounds and 2 points. St. Elmo Brownstown finished with 17 turnovers, and Cowden-Herrick Beecher City had 9. I just wanted to point out one little stat here we were talking about. St. Elmo Brownstown scored 32 points in the second period. They were 11 of 18 from the field. Then they come out in the third quarter, and they're 0 of 11 from the field. Then they go right back at it. They were 7 of 12 in the final quarter.
That's interesting. Interesting numbers. Thank you, Millie. Good job. She's going to stick around for the second one. By the way, speaking of second ones, there are other games going on. Let's send it back to the sports desk real quickly. Brian, what have you been able to scrounge up for us?
Just a couple of other scores, guys, in boys basketball games tonight at that Little Illini Conference Tournament at Red Hill. Newton fell to Olney tonight in the Consolation Championship. It was Olney 60, Newton 52. And for the third place game, after 3 quarters, it's Marshall 53, Flora 40. And in girls' games tonight, I don't have a score for you, but Lincoln did defeat Mahomet Seymour. That's our scores.
How about across town? Do you have anything on Effingham and D-Town yet?
No score on that yet.
Okay, have they started?
I believe they're just getting rolling.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Thanks, Brian. All right, final score here in Game 1 is 66-40, SEB a winner. So they'll play Altamont at 1 o'clock tomorrow in the Consolation Championship. With the loss against CHBC, we'll play North Clay at 11:30 tomorrow morning. And yes, you're right. They just played in the opening game of the tournament Monday night, and they're going to play each other again tomorrow at 11:30. We'll find out about the 2:30 opponents and the 7:30 opponents in this next one. Dieterich and Windsor Stew-Stras. Pregame show on the way in 90 seconds on 97.9 XFM. That game can be heard right now live on KJ Country at 102.3. And, of course, you can always listen to it on KJ.com and KJCountry.com and listen to the games here. We got all kinds of convenient options for you. Getting ready for Windsor, Stew-Stras, and Dieterich. And I now can tell you that it is 17-6 Effingham after one quarter over T10. Now, I also want to mention the Pasopolis boys are home tonight to Breeze Mater Dei. Effingham's boys are on the road at Mount Zion. So we've got all kinds of interesting matchups tonight. We'll do our best to keep you up to date on all of those games. Let's take one more break really quickly, Brian, and we'll be back with action between Dieterich and Windsor Stew-Stras here on 97.9 XFM. Windsor Stew-Stras Hatchets. Austin Robinson, their coach, 9-8 on the season. Chase Teese will get a start. He's a 6-foot senior. Had 16 in their earlier game as they posted a win by a count of 46-30 over SED on Wednesday night. He'll be joined by Christian Kessler, a 6'2 senior who had 13 points in the win. Isaac Kramer, a 6'3 senior who had 8 points in the victory. Gavin Bennett, a 5'10 senior who had 9 points in the opener. And Anna Burton, a 6'2 junior, didn't score, but helped a lot. Those are the starters for the Hatchets. For the Dieterich Moulin Maroons, coached by Josh Crumwitty, they're 14-5 now on the season, the number 2 team in the tournament, number 2 seed. Devin Flock is a 6-foot senior. He had 9 points in Dieterich's win earlier this week when they got the victory by a count of 59-50 over South Central Wednesday night. He'll be joined by Bryce McLean, the 5'9 senior. Ryan Radloff, a 6-foot senior, had 24 in the Wednesday game. Tyler Higgs, a 6'3 senior who had 7 points but 11 rebounds. And Callaway Campton had 19 for the Maroons. He's a 6'1 senior. Those are the starters for Dieterich. We're underway. Maroons win the tip. And good to have you with us. Callaway Campton loads it up for 3 for the Maroons. No good. Battle for the rebound. Went out of bounds. And it's going to stay with Dieterich. Mike Prager, who's from Clinton, Illinois, but grew up in T-Town, one of our officials. He's joined by Mark Rotz and Mark Blickensdorfer from up Cerro Gordo way. So, good officials besides all the other things good about this NTC tournament. Dieterich working it around the arc. Bryce McLean on the dribble. The old Cubs fan gets it out top now to Devin Flock. To Campton. Campton head of the key, drives down low, stops, pulls up for 2, and a guy. Callaway Campton gives Dieterich a 2-0 lead, and that's how this game gets started. Some pressure by the Maroons after the made basket, but Gavin Bennett gets it across the timeline in good shape. He and McLean doing battle this trip down the floor. On the wing, the catch by Burton out top. Kessler got his pocket picked. Stolen by Campton. Going to the hole. Put it up. He's got it. Callaway Campton with the steal in the bucket, and it's 4-0. Maroons lead it in the first minute of this one. Out top, Burton gets it across the half line. Cross-court pass. Little lazy. Stolen by Flock. Goes to the hole. Gives it off to Radloff, who sticks it up and in. 6-0 Dieterich out of the gate. Hatches one time. Back in just 30. 6-0 Dieterich in front of Windsor Stew-Stras here at the NTC Tournament on 97.9 XFM.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
Bank anywhere, anytime with Go Mobile from Washington Savings Bank in Effingham. Good luck to all the teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament.
Out of the gate, so we'll see what adjustments they might make. Passes were a little dicey in the first minute or two. Kramer's open for two. It rims out, no good. Rebound. Grabbed by Campton. Man, he's been everywhere in the first couple of minutes here. Flock with the ball. Campton, they swing it the other way to Radloff. He drives in, shot for two. Good, and he got fouled, and he's going to try the and one. Man, Dieterich has done nothing wrong first couple of minutes of this game. It's 8-0 Maroons.
Kessler draws the foul.
6:10 to go in the opening quarter, and it's already 8-0 Dieterich. Radloff with the and one, and it's good. So Radloff with 5, Campton with 4, 9-0 Dieterich. And we're just a couple of minutes into the game. Gavin Bennett beats feet down court for the Hatchets. Still on the dribble, brings it out top now. Still on the dribble. Bounce pass right side. Nice catch by Burton. He can't shoot. Kessler, now Kramer. Left side to Bennett. Bennett to the free throw line. Tried to leave it to a teammate, but it never got to Peace. It's stolen by Flock. His shot no good. Traveling the call on Flock. Hatchets got back on defense, forced the walk, and a turnover on the Maroons.
That's their first 3 turnovers for Windsor Stew-Stras.
Peace will inbound here for the Hatchets. They're down 9-0. They'd love to get a basket. Worked him through a block there at midcourt. Little screen set. Hatchet's got it up court, but they're making everybody reach for the passes, and it's stolen again by Dieterich. That's just not going to work. McLean out top, now Flock, now Radloff. They go to the free throw line to Higgs. Now back to Flock. Shot for two. Good. Devin Flock has 2. It's 11-0 Dieterich.
That took a bounce, man. Went up and bounced in.
Bennett drives it inside. He gets it knocked loose. Back by Kessler to Bennett baseline. Good save by Christian Kessler. Saved the possession there. Out top, Burton with the ball. Left side to Teese. He goes baseline. No room. Now he drives back in the lane. Out to Kessler on the side to Bennett. Bennett goes baseline. Do the whole shot. Blocked by Campton. Rebound, though, for the Hatchets. Burton got it, and they finally clear it away out front. What a block by Campton. But the ball stayed in bounds, and it was grabbed right back by the Hatchets. Good pass inside. Kessler cut to the basket. Layup came out. Rebound Dieterich. Grabbed by McLean. Down to Campton. Now to Radloff. Shot off the glass. No good. Battle for the board. Radloff had it. Now the Hatchets have it. Eventually, we've got a jump. Kramer for Stew-Stras, Windsor, and Radloff for Dieterich. Each had a hand on that. Alternate possession will give it out of bounds to the Hatchets. And Clay Tabbert checks in for the Hatchets. He's a 6'4 junior. And that's the only change, I think.
No, Miller checked in.
All right. They also brought in Jackson Miller, the 6'2 junior. Thanks, Millie. Miller out top to Kramer for 2, and he got it. Isaac Kramer, first points of the night for the Hatchets. It's 11-2. Now they need a stop, Coach Robinson says. And look at Kramer go to the floor and get that ball back for the Hatchets. So a turnover on the Maroons.
Only their second.
Bennett out top. Still 11-2 Dieterich. Bounce pass left side, the catch by Miller. Loads it up for 3 or 2. Called it a 2, and it's no good. Takes the rebound for Dieterich. Off to Devin Flock. He wants to go coast to coast. Spin move. Got the defender out of the way. Puts it up too strong. But Flock got his own rebound. Tried to put it up. It's knocked loose. Rebound finally claimed. No, another jump. Miller for the Hatchets. Radloff for the Maroons. It'll be out of bounds to Dieterich on the alternate possession. These guys must have had a good lunch and a nap because, man, they're fired up.
Oh, I'd say.
They're going at it. Dieterich gets the ball inbound. Radloff pulls up for a deuce. Back of the rim. No good. Rebound came off Higgs' head, and Kramer gets it for Windsor Stew-Stras. Bennett going to the hole. Shot for 2. Rims out. No good. Another rebound for Hampton. He got it knocked away. Gets it back. Going coast to coast. Tried to get around the defender. Sticks it up and in. Hampton was 6. It's 13-2. Dieterich back to the 11-point lead they had when it was 11-0. 2:50 to go, opening quarter. Winner plays St. Anthony at 7:30 tomorrow night for the tournament championship. Bennett, baseline, 2, good. Gavin Bennett connects, and it's 13-4. Radloff for Dieterich. Out top of the plane. Now to Flock. Devin drives to the baseline. Gave it to Campton, but Campton wasn't looking. And it's stolen away by the Hatchets. Bennett gets it across the half line. Out top to Miller. Miller on the dribble. Back to Bennett. They're working the left side. Bennett drives in. Now spins. Shot for 2. No good. Rebound. Dieterich gets another one. And there's Campton again with another board. He's going coast to coast. No, great pass underneath the Higgs. But Tyler got it caught on the rim. It came up short. And Jackson Miller the rebound for the Hatchets. 13-4. Now both teams are sort of spinning in place. 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Dieterich still though with a 9-point lead. Tease goes baseline. He got called for the offensive foul. He was backing in okay, but I think he used the arm, and that's what the official saw. Give Bryce McLean credit for Dieterich. He took the charge.
That's the 5th turnover for Windsor Stew-Stras.
Bennett gets a breather. Kramer gets a breather for the Hatchets as they run in here. Well, we had Jackson Miller. Tabbert's back. Maybe he sat back down. He's back out there. Tease is in. Dieterich on the side. Flock for 3. Shot no good. Christian Kessler was out. He got the rebound there for Windsor Stew-Stras. So Dieterich by 9. Windsor Stew-Stras with the ball. Minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Boy, Dieterich got out to an 11-0 lead. They get it to Miller, and underneath, pass stolen. Good hands. Devin Flock for Dieterich going to the hole. Stops. Gets the ball to Radloff. Spin move for 2. Shot comes off. Rebound Jackson Miller for Windsor Stew-Stras. And all of a sudden, it's one and done for Dieterich, and that's highly unusual. Miller across midcourt here for the Hatchets. Right side to Teese. 1 minute to go, opening quarter. The catch over on the left side. Now back out to Teese. He and Miller playing catch. Miller swings the left side to Burton. Now back out top to Teese. Kessler with the ball. Drives. Left side of the lane. Kicks it to the corner. Back out to Teese. Couldn't decide whether to shoot or drive and got called for the walk. And he's clapping his hands. He's saying, Chris, you know better than that.
7th turnover for the Hatchets.
That's a bundle. Bennett got a breather. Teese is going to sit down. Bennett's back in here for Windsor Stew-Stras. Again, Effingham in front of T-Town. 17-6 in the battle of the girls at Effingham. Remember, you can hear that game right now live on KJ Country at 102.3. McLean with the ball out top. Radloff for 3 for Dieterich. Won't go. Put up by Higgs on the rebound. No good. Rebound out of bounds. It's going to stay with Dieterich. Although I had 4 former Stew-Stras men down there who were pointing the other way.
Were they?
I'm not too surprised. 2 of them used to coach there. Are you getting the hint that maybe they were a little prejudiced there?
Yeah, I think so.
So they're wonderful guys. Be sure you tell Mark Washer I was talking about him.
I will.
He's down there, and Nick Niemerg's down there. Silas Pope's down there. He's the AAD at Windsor. Here's a shot for 2. Hampton at the buzzer. No good. Dieterich got out to an 11-0 lead. They scored 2 more points from that point. But Windsor Stew-Stras could only put 4 on the board. So after 1, it's Dieterich 13, Windsor Stew-Stras 4 here on 97.9 XFM.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
Bank anywhere, anytime with Go Mobile from Washington Savings Bank in Effingham. Good luck to all the teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament.
Windsor Stew-Stras 13-4. Gavin Bennett with the ball for the Hatchets. Kramer's back in. Got a bit of a breather there at the end of the quarter. Burton goes baseline. Out top, Kessler. The catch by Bennett. Drives it inside. Got the shot to go and drew the foul. So he has the and one coming. Bennett makes it a 13-6 game. So the Hatchets were down 11. Now it's 7.
That foul was on Devin Flock. His first. It's the first for Dieterich.
Gavin Bennett looking for the and one here. He puts it up and he got it. So Bennett with 5, and it's 13-7. So it was 11. Now it's a 6-point game. And pressure full court here by the Hatchets. Dieterich right at midcourt. Gavin Flock to Bryce McLean. Back out to Flock. Those two are like 5'9" and 6 feet tall, and they just set up the big boys. McLean going baseline. Runner for 2, and he got it. Bryce McLean's first points in the tournament. That pushes Dieterich's lead back to 8. It's 15-7. We're a minute into the second quarter. Winner of this one plays St. Anthony tomorrow night at 7:30 for the tournament championship. Hatchets, Burton. They get it on the side to Kessler. Drives it inside. Stuck it up and in. And now Millie. Hatchets are starting to get some shots to drop.
That's right. They were 2 of 8 from the field in the opening quarter. Wasn't that bad, but
they're back within 6 here, 15-9. Flock trying to get it to Callaway Campton, and it's stolen by Kessler. So the Hatchets get the ball back down 6, a minute and a half into this second quarter. Bennett across the half line, right side to Jackson Miller. He goes baseline, wanted to shoot, covered him up. Good defense by Flock. Way cross court to Burton, and he'll just pull it out top, and Hatchets re-rack the offense. Left wing to Bennett. Gavin goes left side down low now. The pass to Kessler. He drives into the lane, can't shoot, gets it over on the side. The shot for 2, rims out, no good for Burton. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Dieterich basketball. Teeth in for Miller for Windsor Stew-Stras. 15-9, Dieterich by 6. We're 2 minutes into the second quarter. I've got the NTC historian over here to my right, Mr. Becker. I want to double check on that. Just 2 teams playing twice in the same tournament. That's what we have tomorrow in the 11:30 game. North playing CHBC played Monday night, and now they're going to play again tomorrow at 11:30. Bradloff, closely guarded, gets it out to Campton. Now to McLean, shot in the lane for 2. Good. Bryce all of a sudden, scoring machine. He has 4, and it's back to an 8-point Dieterich lead, 17-9. 5:20 to go before halftime. Burton across midcourt, working it to the right side of the floor. Underneath, the ball gets knocked loose. It'll stay with Dieterich. Stay with the Hatchets. The loser of this game will play Neoga tomorrow at about 2:30 in the third place game. Games at 11:30, 1, 2:30, and then the championship tomorrow night at 7:30. Pass inbound, stolen by Campton, going for the layup, and he got it. Boy, great anticipation by Campton. Got the steal. He has 8. Dieterich's back up 10, 19-9, almost another steal. But Flock fouled, trying for the knockaway, trying to get it away from Burton.
That's his second foul. It's only his second foul for Dieterich.
He sits down now for Windsor's Stew-Stras. Parker Domzowski checks in for the first time. He's a 5'9" sophomore, has played a little, hasn't scored yet. So it's Hatchett's ball inbound on the side. Dieterich back up 10 now. The lead had been knocked down to 6. Domzowski with the ball for Windsor's Stew-Stras. Pass, cross court, tipped out of bounds by McLean. It'll stay with the Hatchets. But Dieterich can drive you to distraction.
Well, they're all over the place.
They get their hands on so many passes and disrupt an offense mighty effectively. Bennett just walks it across the half line here for Windsor Stew-Stras. He and McLean giving each other fits. He got it to Burton, goes baseline, shot for 2, came out no good. Higgs the rebound for Dieterich. Off to Campton. Callaway gets it down court. Wanted to go inside. Nice catch. They got it to McLean. Back out to Campton, and he hits the 3. Callaway Campton has 11 already, and there's a 13-point lead. Dieterich has pushed it back up to 22-9. This is the biggest lead they've had. So they were 11-0 to get out of the gate. Now they pushed it back to 13 after seeing the lead cut to 6.
Yeah, and they've only taken 4 shots, but they've hit all 4 this quarter.
Bennett down the lane, tried to shoot. Got fouled on the shot, Mike Prager says. 2 shots coming here for Gavin Bennett. McLean get the foul, yeah.
Yes, McLean got the foul. I'm sorry. That's the 3rd foul against Stew-Stras, or Dieterich, pardon me.
Teese is going to report in after the first foul shot. Chris ran in a little quick there. Got to wait for Gavin to shoot this first foul shot. Bennett has 5 of the Hatchets' 9 points. Taking his time, puts it up, and he got it. Makes it 22-10. So now they make the change. Domzowski sits down, and Chase Teese is back in the lineup for the Hatchets. So Bennett made the first one. It's 22-10. Effingham in front of T-Town in girls basketball. Again, that game live right now on KJ Country at 102.3. Bennett got the second one down. Gavin Bennett was 7, and it's 22-11. McLean for the Maroons inside to Higgs. It's knocked loose, and the Hatchets get the steal this time. Knocked loose from Bennett. He goes to the floor and somehow got it away to Kessler, and they're still in backcourt. And finally, they got it across the half line. They never changed possession, so Mike Prager kept the count on. They get it out top, the Hatchets do. Burton now to Kessler. Kessler on the dribble. Back out top. Kramer headed the key 3, and he got it. Isaac Kramer has 5, and it's an 8-point game again, 22-14. Dieterich made a change at last dead ball. Dalton Blummer's in, and there's a 3. Callaway Campton just about on the Windsor Stew-Stras bench, drains it. Campton has 14 already. Dieterich's back up 11, 25-14, so that 3 negates the other 3. Meanwhile, move inside. Heck of a move by Chris Teese. Changed his hands coming up on that layup, and he drained it. His first bucket, and it's 25-16. So we're seeing some good shot making here. McLean baseline, gets it to Higgs. Tyler off the glass, and he got it. That's Higgs' first bucket. Back to an 11-point Dieterich lead, 27-16. Been a fun one. Hatchett's out top. Teese gets the ball to Kramer. Right side to Bennett. Gavin on the dribble. Brings it out top. Nope. Now he goes back right side down to the baseline and then brings it back out top. Now a pass to a Teese. Back to Bennett. Bennett goes baseline. Gets it out to Kramer. Way cross court. Pass caught by Burton. Now to Kessler. They go down baseline. Teese for 2. It's short. Rebound Dieterich. Grabbed out of there by who else? Campton. Campton with 14 points and a whole bunch. How many rebounds, Mill?
4.
4 rebounds. Pretty good half. Minute 50 to go before the break. This one's going fast. McLean out top. Radloff for 2. No good. Rebound Blummer. It looked like he stepped out, but he didn't. Blummer puts it up for two. No good. Rebound on the floor. And the Hatchets go into the fetal position. Teese is finally tied up in a jump. Dalton Blummer was the kid I was trying to tell you earlier, came into the game during a dead ball. He got in there and tied it up in a jump. Bennett's going to breather here for the Hatchets. They bring Jackson Miller back in. Dieterich inbounds. Blummer with it out top. Dieterich with the ball and an 11-point lead. Higgs on the side. Tyler Sazy's dribble. Then one dribble and gives it off to Radloff. Out top to McLean. Bryce puts it on the floor, off to Blummer on the wing. Back out top. They get the ball to Callaway Campton. Now to McLean. McLean pulls up for two. Got it. McLean didn't score the other night. He has 6 already tonight. Dietrich's back to that 13-point lead that matches the biggest they've had in the game. Burton with the ball for Windsor Stew-Stras. We have a minute to go in the second quarter. Miller with a catch. He brings it out top. Pass over to Kessler. Boy, they really slowed down Christian Kessler, typically one of the big scorers for this Hatchet Ball Club. He's got 2. They get it on the side, driving it inside. Teese tried a shot. It's no good, but he got fouled on it, I think. Believe they're going to send Chris Teese to the line.
Yeah, that was on Blummer, his first.
No. I'm sorry, Millie. You're right. I was wrong. Foul was not on the shot. Out of bounds to Teese to inbound on the baseline. Gets it in safely in the corner to Kramer. Miller. Down to Burton. Back out to Kessler. 35 seconds left before halftime. On the side, 3. Teese. Shot. No good. Rebound. Kessler puts it up for 2 and got it. Tristan Kessler in a good time in a good spot in the lane. Put it up and got it. Kessler with 4. So the lead's at 11 for Dieterich with the ball with 18 seconds left before halftime. Campton and Kessler going at it. Campton got inside him. Shot up for 2. Won't go. Kramer the rebound for the Hatchets. 8 seconds left. Down court, Teese going to the hole. Lost the handle going up. Higgs gets it for Dieterich. Shot at midcourt at the buzzer. No good by McLean. Hit the right side of the rim. Just off. No good. Dieterich by 11 at halftime. Been a fun one this second of our doubleheader. With the National Trail Conference Tournament at Altamont at halftime. It's Dieterich 29. Windsor Stew-Stras 18. You're on 97.9 XFM. Back with the halftime show in 2 minutes.
Wet Brown's Drugstore at 115 West Jefferson Avenue in Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more. Martin's IGA Plus has everything you'll need to make a great meal, from certified Angus beef, fresh fruits and vegetables, and mouth-watering bakery items. Check us out at martinsiga.com. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Special Pet Foods, where your special pet's palate is our priority. All the best brands with none of the hassle, located at Rickleman Plaza in Effingham.
Let our experienced employees at Wright Furniture help you with your furniture and accessory needs. Whether it's just a chair or a house full of furniture, Wright's Furniture and Flooring in Dieterich can help.
Niemerg Steakhouse has been appreciatively serving Effingham and the surrounding communities for the past 36 years. Niemerg Steakhouse, proud supporters of the local and area high school sports.
Whether it's for a comprehensive eye exam or to check out the latest and greatest in Oakley, Maui Gem, or Ray-Ban ophthalmics, visit Dr. Tony or Chris Weber at Weber Optics, located in both Effingham and now open their second location in Altamont and the Opilka Wellness Center. Weber Optics, where good vision is always in fashion.
We're with you everywhere you go.
Everywhere. The app has me connected all the time.
Get our app at the App Store or Google Play. 97.9 XFM.
It was Olney 60, Newton 52 at that Conti Championship at the LIC tournament. Then Marshall defeated Flora for third place, 66-59. And after one quarter, it's Casey Westfield ahead of Robinson in the championship of that tournament, 20-12. Also, other games at the half, Mattoon falling to Charleston, but it's only halftime. It's Charleston 29, Mattoon 22. Cumberland leads Tri-County after one, 13-10. And Vandalia is ahead of Piasaw Southwestern after three quarters, 42-39. In girls basketball games, just entering the fourth quarter, Effingham with a lead, big lead over T-Town girls, 40-25. That's our scores for now, guys.
Very good. Wonderful as always, Brian. Thank you, sir. Tomorrow, here's what's happening. 11:30 tomorrow morning, the seventh place game. That'll be North Clay and CHBC. First time, and I double-checked with the tournament historian, Kurt Becker. Nobody would know like him. And he says, yes, that is correct. There's never been a case in the past where we've had the same two teams play twice in the same tournament. And that's what we're going to have. CHBC and North Clay played Monday night. They're going to turn around and play in the seventh place game tomorrow morning at 11:30. Then the consolation championship at 1 o'clock. Those two old neighbors from 6 miles apart, Altamont and St. Elmo Brownstown. Of course, Brownstown would be 9 miles from Altamont, so I've got to make sure I get my 10 and make sure my Route 40 geography is correct. So that'll be the Consi championship. Third place game will be Neoga and the loser of this game at 2:30, and then the championship tomorrow night at 7:30, the winner of this game, and the St. Anthony Bulldogs. We'll have all four for you tomorrow on 97.9 XFM and 97.9XFM.com. Live video and audio streaming again. Zach's done a wonderful job bringing you the video on this, and we've had great compliments all week. That's what Windsor Stew-Stras needed, being down 11 as the quarter started. Gavin Bennett comes down and puts it up and in. So 11 for Gavin Bennett. That makes it 29-20. They get it out top. Dieterich does. Radlaw for three. Shot no good. Christian Kessler the rebound for the Hatchet. They get it down court to Burton. To Kramer. Shot in and out. No good. Callaway Campton the rebound for Dieterich. And he gets it across the half line. Down in the corner, the catch by McLean. And now Bryce brings it out top. On the left wing to Flock. Devin back out to McLean. Now to Campton. Now to Ryan Radloff. Back out to Campton. Dieterich taking their time here. Higgs caught it. Back to Campton. To Radloff. To Flock. Certainly the whole team spreading the ball around here. Higgs down low. Shot for two. Got it off the glass. Boy, Kramer had good defense on him. Higgs just kind of hit that little fadeaway, banked it home. He has four, and it's back to an 11-point Dieterich lead. Now Burton shoots and hits for the Hatchets on this end. And Burton with two, and it's 31-22. 6:15 to go in the third. This has been a fun game. Flock with the basketball for the Maroons. Goes down low to Campton. Thought about a three. Got called for the walk. Campton got called for the walk. A turnover on the Maroons. Dalton Blummer checks in for Dieterich while McLean's getting tended to. The attendant from Benuti's is working on Bryce. They got the gloves on, so must have some blood on Bryce.
Yeah, he's holding a Kleenex to his nose.
All right, in the meantime, down court comes the Hatchets, and they lost it out of bounds. So Windsor Stew-Stras turns it over. So Dalton Blummer's out there in place of Bryce McLean for Dieterich. And Blummer gets the catch on the right side, brings it out top, now to Campton, now to Flock. Devin Flock head of the key, drives down the lane, dishes, but Higgs got it about his shins, and the Hatchets reached in, and Dietrich's going to get the ball.
Yeah, I don't think Windsor was too happy about that. There was a little chatter there, but...
But Mark Blickensderfer says Dieterich basketball. Flock inbounds deep, catch by Higgs to Radloff. Dieterich with the ball and a 9-point lead. Fake by Flock. He drove in, lost his footing, and a whistle. The Hatchets are going to get a foul out of this. Kramer, I guess. Yeah.
Yep, Mr. Kramer, that's his first. It's only the third foul the whole game so far for Windsor Stew-Stras.
And not on a shot, so it's out of bounds to the Maroons. Radloff, corner three, and he got it. Barely rippled the net. Hampton got it to the corner. Radloff took care of the rest. That gets Dieterich a 12-point lead. Whoa, and over and back's the call. Now, Bennett thought that Flock had reached in and knocked it loose, but the official says no. Bennett might have been hassled. He had got called for over and back and a turnover on the Hatchet. So now Dieterich with the ball in a 12-point lead. And they're in danger of sneaking way off here. 5:11 to go in the third. McLean back in the game. They got him patched up. Radloff for three more. This one's no good. Flock the putback. It's no good, but he got fouled. Devin Flock going to line, shoot a pair here for the Maroons.
And he was fouled by Bennett. That's his first.
5:04 to go in the third. It's Dieterich 34, Windsor Stew-Stras 22. Flock makes the first foul shot. Devin has three, and there's a 13-point lead. That matches the biggest Dieterich's had. Burton sits down. Jackson Miller back in for the Hatchets. Effingham up by 9 with 6 minutes left over the ladies' shoes. So we'll keep up. Again, that's live right now on KJ Country at 102.3. Second foul shot was good. So Flock with 4, and there's a 14-point lead, and that's the biggest of the night for Dieterich. On the other end, shot by Teese is no good, but he got fouled.
Yeah, reach in by Flock. That's his third foul.
So it'll be out of bounds on the common foul, and now Flock sits down with that third foul, and Dalton Blummer, who was just in and then out, is back in. So he's kind of working as the third guard for this Dieterich bunch as far as ball handling. Tip on the inbound. Wow, nice work by Radloff, but the Hatchets get it back, and Kramer drives it inside and sticks it in. Isaac Kramer has 7, and it's a 12-point game again, 36-24. Campton baseline gets it to Higgs. Pass a little strong, a little high, and Kessler gets the steal for the Hatchets. Inside Teese for 2. It's short. Rebound Blummer for Dieterich. Off to McLean. He's off to the races. And he stops out top, gets it to Radloff. Shot in the lane for 2. Good, but a foul, and Mike Kramer says the foul came before the shot.
And that foul was on Bennett. That's his second.
Radloff hit the shot, but the foul came before the shot. So it's out of bounds for the Maroons on their baseline. They lead at 36-24 with 4:20 to go in the third. Radloff head of the key 3. Won't go, but Higgs high in the air for the putback. That was pretty. Tyler Higgs can sky, man. He's got 6. There's a 14-point lead again for Dieterich, matching their biggest. Inside, Jackson Miller for the Hatchets went up for a shot and got fouled. I think Higgs got him. Jackson Miller at the line for 2 here for the Hatchets. Yeah, the foul's on Tyler Higgs.
Yep, that's his first.
And he nodded his head. He said, yeah, I got him. 38-24 Dieterich. We're halfway through the third quarter. Jackson Miller's foul shot good. That's his first point. First point of the tournament, for that matter. Lady Hart's up 10 with 4:27 left. Again, that game right now on KJ Country. This foul shot was no good. Out of bounds. Hatchets touched it last. It'll be Dieterich's ball to bring it the length of the floor. 4:02 left third quarter. Dieterich angling to get into the championship game, and wouldn't that be something? The 1 and 2 seeds playing for the title. Make these seed makers happy. McLean with the ball out top for Dieterich. Drives to the free throw line. Left side pass to Higgs. Tyler pulled it down and got it swatted, but he held on, and then McLean tried to drive and lost it off his foot out of bounds. So Dieterich does turn it over.
Third turnover.
Out of bounds to the Hatchets here. Good crowd here. Noisy crowd. They're having fun. Bennett across midcourt for the Hatchets. Leaves it with Jackson Miller. Out top, Kramer. Now to Bennett. Bennett on the dribble. Head of the key. Hands it to Kessler. Kessler puts it on the floor, drives inside, can't shoot. Now to Teese. He comes to the baseline. Shot for 2. Came off, no good. Radloff the rebound for Dieterich. Off to McLean. Fired it underneath to Blummer. He and Kessler slide out of bounds, and they're going to say it's off Dieterich, and Windsor Stew-Stras' ball. Josh Crumweedy, the Dieterich coach, beside himself. He thought maybe his kid got undercut, but no foul, just out of bounds off Dieterich, and Windsor Stew-Stras gets the ball to inbound. Well, that got everybody livened up. Miller across the half line. Leaves it with Teese. Hatchett's down 13. They need to get a bucket and a stop here. Almost a steal by McLean. Bennett fouled on his shot. Shot came up way short. Hampton got him on the way up.
Yeah, that's only his first.
Hampton had 14 in the first half, so he's done a lot right. And looking to get the Hatchets a little closer here with the clock stopped. 38-25, 2:57 to go in the third. Bennett's foul shot off the mark, no good. Thank you, Alan. Just got word that ALIS won their regional game. So Coach Robinson, a happy kid. And they'll be playing, and where did he tell me, Wren Lake this next week in sectional action. So congratulations to ALIS. Bennett's second foul shot, good. So a miss and a make. Gavin Bennett with a dozen. Thanks to Alan Witt for getting us that score. Radloff in the lane for Dieterich for two, and he hits. Ryan Radloff in double figures with 10. Leads back to 14, 40-26. Across the half line, Jackson Miller. Pocket picked on the pass. McLean stole it. Faked the pass, went up for the shot. Got fouled on the shot. It was no good. Bryce is going to the line, shoot a pair, though. Dieterich matching their biggest lead right now. McLean with a chance to extend it beyond that.
Yeah, Miller picked up his first foul there.
Bryce McLean was 6 tonight. Foul shot, good. That makes it 41-26, a 15-point Maroon lead. They led it 11-0 and have led it throughout. Second foul shot, good. McLean with 8. There's a 16-point lead for the Maroons, 42-26. Bennett in backcourt, gets it across midcourt. McLean's after him like a stick tight. They get it out top. Peace out to Kramer for 3. Got it. You know, we talked with Austin Robinson the other night. He said he can hit that shot, and he can. 10 for Kramer now. On the other end, though, great move to the hole as Ryan Radloff took it inside and hits the deuce. He has 12, and it's back to a 15-point lead, 44-29. Kramer for 2 more, and he hits again. Isaac Kramer, somebody's flipped the switch. He's got a dozen now. On the other end, McLean for 2, no good. Radloff's putback, no good. This rebound grabbed by Burton for Windsor Stew-Stras. Off to Bennett, who gets it across the timeline. Dieterich by 13. Windsor Stew-Stras with the ball. Minute and a half to go in the third. Pass stolen by Radloff. Jumped in front of it. Off to Higgs. Layup. Oh, he was going to jam it. He missed. And he got called for the walk. So that didn't turn out well at all. Tyler Higgs has got a rueful smile on his face, shaking his head coming down the floor. And Dieterich, I think, wants time. I'll double check who got that timeout called. It's Windsor Stew-Stras. Back in 30. Minute 27 to go in the third. Dieterich 44, Windsor Stew-Stras 31 on 97.9 XFM.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Good luck to area teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament this week. From your F&N Napa Auto Parts store, use that Napa know-how for money-saving deals.
Bank anywhere, anytime with Go Mobile from Washington Savings Bank in Effingham. Good luck to all the teams at the National Trail Conference Tournament.
7 to go in the third quarter back at Altamont. At the NTC Tournament, it's Dieterich 44, Windsor Stew-Stras 31. First game went to St. Elmo Brownstown. They beat CHBC 66-40. So we've got 2 of the games for tomorrow figured out. We'll get the other 2 set after the end of this game. Hatchets need some points and some stops here, and there's an offensive foul. Christian Kessler came to the baseline, and Dalton Blummer had himself set for Dieterich and took the charge. Turnover on the Hatchets. Dieterich chance to extend the lead.
That's their 5th turnover this quarter.
Minute 15 to go in the 3rd quarter. Dieterich up 13. Campton to the hole, puts it up and in. Acrobatic shot. Ended up on the floor. He has 16, and it's 46-31. Kramer, 3 more. Yes, he hit it. Isaac Kramer with 15, and it's 46-34. McLean left side, caught by Campton. In the lane, Radloff, off-balance shot. Good. Radloff with 14. It's 48-34. Now they're scoring every trip down the floor, both teams. Down to half a minute left in a wild 3rd quarter. Burton out top, got his pocket pick. Campton layup, good, and he got fouled, and he hits the deck again. He's smiling as he stands up. Callaway Campton with 18, another Dieterich steal and a bucket, and here comes the and 1 now for Campton.
And that was Kramer's 2nd foul.
Kessler sits down for Windsor's Stew-Stras. They've got Miller back in. Foul shot, good. Campton with 19 all of a sudden. And it's 51-34. There's a 17-point lead. Biggest of the night for Dieterich. 20 seconds left. Hatchets would love to get a bucket here to get a little momentum. Kramer for 2 more. Hits again. Isaac Kramer with 17 makes it 51-36. Dieterich, though, gets a chance to score before the buzzer. Higgs drives it inside against 3. Shot no good. Back to Higgs. Can't get the rebound shot up before the buzzer. Dieterich by 15 as we head to the 4th quarter at the National Trail Conference Tournament, deciding who's going to play St. Anthony for the championship tomorrow night. After 3, it's Dieterich 51, Windsor Stew-Stras 36 on 97.9 XFM.
Leisure Times at Keller and Jefferson at Effingham has everything you'll need for your indoor and outdoor recreational needs. Leisure Times, where we specialize in family fun. Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Yes, we've been saying that too often this winter. Here at Niemer's, we are striving to prepare every evening in Niemer's dining room. Enjoy coconut cream pie and strawberry daiquiris at Niemer's Steakhouse.
What a quarter. 22-18 Dieterich in that 3rd quarter. They're up 15 over Windsor Stew-Stras, 51-36 as we go to the final quarter of this game that's going to decide who's going to be in the championship game against St. Anthony tomorrow night. Devin Flock with the ball out top for Dieterich. We've got a collision off the ball. And we'll sort this out.
Looks like it's on T. His 2nd foul.
Radloff was the foulee. He'll be at the line. Because it's 1-1 now for Dieterich. If they didn't have enough going for him. Kramer gets a breather for the Hatchets, and Bennett comes in. 51-36 Dieterich. So Windsor Stew-Stras got to do something special in this 4th quarter. Radloff makes the first foul shot. Ryan with 15. Campton with 19. Radloff with 15. So there's 34 of Dieterich's 52 points. Radloff's 2nd one good. Ryan Radloff with 16 points. That makes it 53-36, and that matches the biggest lead Dieterich's had tonight. Jackson Miller in backcourt for the Hatchets gets it across the timeline with a pass to Teese. Chris works it out top now to Bennett. Open on a 3, moves in for a 2. Shot won't go, and Higgs, big rebound for Dieterich. Clears it out to Campton. Shake and bake down the lane. Got it to Higgs. Reverse layup, good. Higgs with 8. The lead is 19. Dieterich isn't doing much wrong right now, Millie.
No, they sure aren't.
55-36. Tease across midcourt for the Hatchets. Bounce pass to Bennett. Puts it on the floor. Comes to the baseline. Got fouled. I think Higgs got him. Common foul. Yep,
that'll only be Higgs' second.
Tyler Higgs on the foul. Kramer and Kessler back in for the Hatchets. They sit down Clay Tabbert, who'd been in there for a minute, as well as Jackson Miller.
Well, Kramer needs to be in there. He scores 12 in that third quarter.
12 in the quarter, 17 in the game so far. Bennett with the ball off the inbound for the Hatchets. They're down 19. Peace with it. Down low, Kessler drives in, shot good, and he drew the foul. Good move to the bucket by Christian Kessler. He has 6, and the and 1 coming. That makes it 55-38.
And that foul was on 34. That's his third foul. Higgs.
Effingham and T-Town's girls wrapping it up over on KJ Country. We should have a final on that in a minute. Brian, I'll let me know when you have it. Kessler at the line for the and 1 here for the Hatchets, and I got it. Christian Kessler has 7, and it's 55-39. So it was 19, now it's down to 16. Still 6:40 to play. Devin Flock for Dieterich. Gets it out top. Nice catch by Higgs. That's a tough catch. To Radloff. Radloff for 2. Hits again. He gets on a jag like this, man. Ryan Radloff with 18. 57-39. Kessler down court for the Hatchets. Radloff kind of landed on him. No foul. Kessler's shot no good. Kramer had to rebound. They say he stepped out of bounds. So Dieterich ball. Down goes Kessler. Miller's back in for Windsor's Stew-Stras. 6:19 left in this one. Dieterich with the ball and an 18-point lead. They've led it by 19. There's a little give and go. Radloff, the runner, won't go. Shot, Kramer, and a foul. Radloff tried the floater and it wouldn't go. Kramer grabbed the board and a foul on Dieterich. Radloff got him after missing the shot.
That's only his first foul.
6:05 left in this one. We'll talk with both coaches on the post-game show. Trouble in backcourt for the Hatchets, but now they get it across midcourt. Jackson Miller sees an opening, takes it in. Shot came up short, though. He looked for the rebound and went off his foot out of bounds. Actually, his shoe out of bounds. So Dieterich basketball on the baseline to bring it the length of the floor. Dieterich's led start to finish. They were out of the gate 11-0. It's been close to even since then. But boy, it's tough when you're down that much right out of the gate. Floater by Flock won't go. Rebound, nobody yet. Now Bennett gets it. He's off to the races. 1-on-3 shot, good. And he got called for the charge.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, my. Austin Robinson very disappointed on that call. Got his opinion delivered and then sat down, which was a smart thing to do. Wow. That was a tough call if you're a Hatchets fan. So Dieterich gets it out of bounds. They lead it by 18. Heck of a shot by Bennett. Heck of a play. Got called for the charge. Inside Campton, shot over 2. Came off this time. And a foul. I think the Hatchets are starting to say, wait a minute. And then what happened on the other end? Different officials.
That was the foul on Peace, his third. Yeah, I'd already written a basket down for him there. Yeah.
Campton's foul shot good. That gives Callaway 20. He had 14 at halftime. Second one good. Campton with 21 points. Dieterich's up 20. Biggest lead of the night, 59-39. Windsor Stew-Stras Club's a good ball club. Dieterich's got him 20. And 5:15 to go. Bennett inside, shot blocked by Higgs, and this time a foul on Higgs. And there wasn't near the contact as there was the last time it came in.
Yeah, that's right. And that's his fourth foul.
So anyway, Higgs got called for the foul, and that will send Gavin Bennett to the line to shoot two.
And he's had 3 of those 4 fouls in this quarter.
If it stays as it is, we'll have the number 1 against the number 2 tomorrow night in the championship game of the NTC Tournament. Dieterich's up 59-39 with 5:11 to go. Bennett's foul shot, good. Gavin has 13 tonight. Higgs gets a breather for Dieterich. Cole Nieberge checks in, the big 6'3 sophomore. Of course, Josh is thinking ahead toward tomorrow night. Got to turn right around and play St. Anthony tomorrow night. Be nice to get a little breather. Bennett ready with the second one. Good. Gavin Bennett with 14. And it's 59-41. So Windsor Stew-Stras gets a little closer. Blocked across the half line for Dieterich. 5 minutes left in this one. Out top to McLean. Price left side against 2. They shut him off out to Nieberge. Now to Radloff. Radloff around the screen, down the lane. Shot for 2. Comes off no good. Rebound Hatchett's cleared out finally by Burton. Catch down court by T. Shot up for 2. Won't go. Drew the foul, though. And Chase Teese go to the line, shoot a pair here.
Campton's second foul.
All right, 4:43 to go. While we got a shot here at the line, Brian, did we get a final on the girls' game?
We do have a final, guys. Effingham, your winner, 53-46 over T-Topless.
53-46. So the Lady Hearts defeat the Lady Shoes. We had that game for you over on KJ Country. Thank you, Brian. First foul shot by Teese was good. Second one was not good, and the rebound goes to Campton for Dieterich. He's been a busy lad tonight. 4.5 to go. Dieterich with the ball in a 17-point lead. It was 20. Block to the free throw line. Back to the basket. Needs help. Campton to the rescue. A little shake and bake. You can't shake the defender. Now comes down the lane. Puts it up for 2. In and out. No good. And a foul on the rebound. Nieberge got over the top of Kramer. It'll be Hatchett basketball. And we'll come to the other end, shoot foul shot.
Yeah. Nieberge's first foul.
Each team with 19 fouls here in the second half, so it's double bonus for both teams from here on out. Isaac Kramer was 17 tonight for Windsor Stew-Stras. Had 5 at the half. Foul shot, good. He hasn't missed much tonight. That makes it 59-43, so it was 20, now it's 16. Kramer with his second one, it's good. Isaac Kramer with 19 points tonight for Windsor Stew-Stras, and it's a 15-point game, 59-44. So the Hatchet's a little closer. Block and backcourt. Got away from Bennett. On the side to Nieberge. Spin move. Timeout Dieterich. Josh says, time to check. 4:06 to go on this one. Back in a minute at the NTC Tournament. It's Dieterich 59, Windsor Stew-Stras 44 on 97.9 XFM.
Brown's Drug Store at 115 West Jefferson Avenue in Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more. Martin's IGA Plus has everything you'll need to make a great meal, from certified Angus beef, fresh fruits and vegetables, and mouth-watering bakery items. Check us out at martinsiga.com. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive. Brown's Drug Store at 115 West Jefferson Avenue in Effingham is more than just a pharmacy. Check out their Hallmark cards, gifts, healthcare needs, and more. Martin's IGA Plus has everything you'll need to make a great meal, from certified Angus beef, fresh fruits and vegetables, and mouth-watering bakery items. Check us out at martinsiga.com. Crossroads Bank, your locally owned, locally managed, and locally committed bank, has 2 locations to serve you, on South Banker and on North Keller Drive.
Housing lender.
4:06 left in this one. It's Dieterich 59, Windsor Stew-Stras 44. Dieterich gets the ball inbounded safely to Campton. He got it out of trouble, drives it inside, shot for 2 short. He got bumped. hits the deck again. Campton spends a lot of time on the pine.
Yes, he does.
And not the bench, on the floor.
Yeah.
He'll go to the line, shoot two here. All right, thank you.
Fourth foul for Teese.
Callaway Campton has 21 tonight for Dieterich and had 19 in the Wednesday game. So 40 in 2 games for Callaway Campton. First foul shot's no good. Nieberge sits back down. Tyler Higgs had a bit of a breather. He's back in here for the Maroons. Campton's second one, no good. Missed them both. Rebound, out of bounds. It'll go to the Hatchets. 3:59 showing on the clock. Dieterich looking for win number 15 this season. Sitting at 14-5 in this game. Hatchets trying to stay above 500 with a win tonight. Jackson Miller for 2. Shot won't go. Higgs, another rebound for Dieterich. Boy, screens out other people. Gets such good position for rebound. Campton across the half line. Right side to McLean. Bryce on the dribble. Brings it into the lane. Can't shoot. Over on the left side to Campton. Campton goes baseline. Puts it up. Got it. Drew the foul. Offensive foul on Campton, though. The charge on Campton. And a turnover on Dieterich.
That's their first this quarter.
So it'll be out of bounds to Windsor Stew-Stras. The 15-point game with 3:27 to go, but it was 20, and the Hatchets have the ball. Jackson Miller in backcourt, looking to get it across midcourt. Working against Campton. Side to Bennett. McLean has had him all night. That's like getting a headache and you can't shake it off. Miller. Campton picks him up. Back out top now. Teese, spin move in the lane. Shot off balance. No good. Rebound block for Dieterich. Devin lets the crowd clear, and now he gets it up court with a pass to Radloff. In the lane, the catch by Higgs. Out to Campton. Left side now to McLean. There's the cutter, Radloff. Turnaround shot for 2. Won't go. Higgs, the putback. No good. He got fouled. Tyler's going to line to shoot 2 times. So, a foul on the Hatchets.
Yeah, it was on Kramer, his third.
And with 2:43 remaining, Higgs' foul shot good.
His first free throw of the evening.
Tyler Higgs with 9 points. He had 7 Wednesday night, but he had 11 rebounds. So
wow.
Cumulative effect was pretty significant. Here's his second foul shot, and it's good.
Yeah, he's got 6 boards tonight.
So Higgs in double figures with 10. And it's back to a 17-point lead for Dieterich, 61-44 with 2.5 to go. Miller deep, 3 for the Hatchets, no good. Devin Flock, nice position for the rebound. And waits for everybody to go down court. He's not trying to push it, and that way he can hang on the ball and kill a couple of seconds to boot. Off to McLean. Bryce spins out of trouble. Nice bounce pass. Campton lays it up and in. Give McLean the assist. Campton with 23. It's back to a 19-point lead for Dieterich, 63-44. Miller for 3 for the Hatchets. Missed everything. Campton the rebound for Dieterich. Off the Flock, and we're down to 2 minutes to go. Dieterich by 19, so we're just deciding the final score now. Flock hits the deck. Contact with Bennett. Let's see how this one's called. Probably a block on Bennett would be my guess.
Yep, that's his 4th foul.
All right, so Gavin on the foul. Devin Flock to the line here. Effingham girls beat the T-Town girls in our game over on KJ tonight. Foul shot good. Flock has 5 points. Parker Domzowski's back in for Windsor Stew-Stras. Gavin Bennett checks out. Had 14 tonight for the Hatchets. It's 64-44, and Flock's second one perfect. Devin Flock was 6. There's a 21-point lead for Dieterich, 65-44. We're down to minute 50 to go. Kramer for the Hatchets. Off-balance shot for 2. Won't go. Tap by Flock to Nieberge in the game. And a foul on Flock. Yeah, Devin Flock got called for a foul.
That's his 4th. There's a bunch of them getting 4 fouls here.
Well, it's been a spirited contest, but a good ball game, good, well-played ball game. Just that the Hatchets got down early and never could dig their way out. Teese at the line here for the Hatchets. Foul shot good. Chase with 4. That makes it 65-45. And now down goes Nieberge, and Clayton Mellendorf checks in. Clayton had a terrible knee surgery about a year ago, and he's just been working through the months to get back, and he's a senior, and you love to see him get in here for a little while. Foul shot's good. Teese has 5. That makes it 65-46. Flock, steady she goes, gets it up court for Dieterich to Radloff. Now back over to Flock. Minute and a half to go. Again, 19-point lead for Dieterich, so we're just deciding the final score here. Radloff double-teamed, and he got it loose somehow to McLean. It's knocked loose by Kramer. They fire it underneath as Dieterich got it back. Corralled by Flock in the corner. He goes baseline, fell down, gets it back, puts it up and in. Well, now that was interesting. That gets you an H in horse.
When things are going your way.
Man, Domzalski shoots for 3 for the Hatchets. No good. Kramer powers up, tried to put it back, got fouled. Isaac will go to the line here with 59 seconds left. There's the foul on Mike Prager.
33, yeah. That's his first.
Clayton Mellendorf just in the game gets the foul. Now lots more changes. Get ready. Kramer's foul shot. Good. Isaac Kramer has 20 points. He has had a nice night. All kinds of changes. Higgs leaves. Radloff leaves. Campton leaves. Here are the Dieterich fans. They like this performance. They know their team's in the championship game tomorrow night. Kramer's second one, good. Isaac Kramer with 21 points tonight. He'll leave. He gets a nice round of applause from the Hatchets fans. 21 for Isaac Kramer tonight. Who's in, Greg? Well, Dalton Blummer's back for Dieterich. Evan Bonoff's out there. Also in the fray is... oh, man. I'll get your name in a minute. Yeah, Austin Einhorn's out there. And, gosh, I have a name. I didn't put it on the list, and he got in the game. I hate that when I do that. Mellendorf with it out top for Dieterich to Blummer. They get it on the side to Einhorn. Out top the catch by the kid with no name. Sorry about that. And that's my fault. Because Josh even gave me the kid's name the other day. That's my fault. Sorry about that, Dieterich fans. Mellendorf on the side now to Blummer. Down to 10 seconds. Dalton Blummer gets it out of trouble to Evan Bonoff. He and Blummer just playing catch out top. We're down to 3, down to 2. Here comes that buzzer. And that signifies that Dieterich and St. Anthony are playing for the championship tomorrow night at the 83rd Annual National Trail Conference Tournament at Altamont. Final score in this championship semifinal game, Dieterich 67, Windsor's Stew-Stras 48. I have ticket information for Dieterich fans. We'll have that on the post-game show, along with Millie's stats, scores from Brian. I'll recap the scoring. But again, the bottom line is it's Dieterich and St. Anthony for the championship of the National Trail Conference tournament tomorrow night at 7:30. Windsor Stew-Stras will play Neoga at 2:30 tomorrow in the third place game. Final score in this one, Dieterich 67, Windsor Stew-Stras 48. Post-game show on the way in 2 minutes on 97.9 XFM. and we'll give you the pairings. And I do have ticket information, Dieterich fans, and we'll get to that in a minute. In this one, Dieterich led the whole game, got out to an 11-0 lead, and pretty much had it from there. They led it 13-4 after the first quarter, had it up 29-18 at halftime, up 51-36 after 3 quarters, and they won it 67-48. So a 19-point win. They had it up by as many as 21 points at one point in the proceedings here tonight. Here's a look at the scoring this evening. For Windsor Stew-Stras, Chase Teese had 5 points. Christian Kessler had 7. Isaac Kramer, I don't think he's ever had this many points. Had 21 tonight for the Hatchets. Just a great performance. Gavin Bennett with 14 points. Adam Burton had 2 points. Jackson Miller 1 point. Clay Tabbert, Parker Domzalski. I think Gage Settler got in. Points. So Windsor Stew-Stras back at 500. They're 9-9, and again they're in the 2:30 game tomorrow afternoon for third place. For Dieterich, Devin Flock had 6 points and just did a tremendous job running the offense. Bryce McLean had 8 points. Ryan Radloff 18 points. Tyler Higgs had 10 points and a load of rebounds as always. And Callaway Campton with 25 tonight for Dieterich to lead all scores. Cole Nieberg and Evan Bonoff and Dalton Blummer and Clayton Mellendorf all played. So did Austin Einhorn. So did number 22. And it's killing me. Josh is going to come up here and he's going to say, I told you who that 22 was. Yeah, it's my fault. He got in too. Quarters for Dieterich, 13, 16, 22, and 16 for their 67 points. Again, they're now 15-5, and they're in the championship game tomorrow night at 7:30. So that's a look at the scoring. Here's the way it sets up tomorrow. At 11:30, it'll be North Clay playing Cowden Herrick Beecher City. It's the first time, Kurt Becker confirms, the first time in National Trail Conference Tournament history that the same 2 teams will play each other twice the same week. North Clay beat CHBC way back in the play-in game on Monday night, and now they're going to turn around and play each other in the 7th place game tomorrow morning at 11:30. At 1, the Consolation Championship, and the neighbors just up the road from each other on Route 40, Altamont and St. Elmo Brownstown. The 2:30 game will be the 3rd place contest, and that'll be Dieterich taking on Windsor Stew-Stras. And then at 7:30 tomorrow night, the championship game between Dieterich and St. Anthony. We'll get you Dieterich ticket information. Tell you what, Coach, let's give the ticket information, and then we'll, no, I've got it, and then I'll visit with you, Josh. Thank you. For Dieterich fans, tickets go on sale Saturday at Dieterich High School in the office, 7:30 to 7:45 tomorrow morning to the boys basketball players, cheerleaders, coaches of the team participating, board members, the athletic director, and the administration. Then from 7:45 to 8:15 to the staff, the high school and junior high students. From 8:15 to 8:45, the reserve seats and season ticket holders and family season pass holders. And from 8:45 to 9:30 to the general public. There's no limit to the number of tickets that can be purchased by each individual. All seat holders must have a ticket. Only babies in arms not taking up a seat will not require a ticket. Dieterich High School will sell their allotment of tickets Saturday only. If you don't buy it tomorrow morning at Dieterich, you can buy them at the door here Saturday night before the game. Typically, the doors open here at 6:45 for the 7:30 game. And now I'll visit with Josh Crumwitty, who's one of the guys who does not need a ticket for tomorrow night's game. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks, Greg. Appreciate it.
My goodness sakes. It was a case there where you got out of the gate in good shape, never trailed in the ball game, got up 11-0, and attempted to continue to boost that margin.
We talked about it after the game against South Central when I came up here the other night, how we came out a little bit flat. I think both teams did, but in big games like that, you want to be the team that is the aggressor, and we were able to do that tonight. And I think it all was sparked by our defense, which makes me even more proud because lately that's kind of been our issue, getting stops on the defensive end, and we were turning good defensive possessions into, high-quality offensive possessions, and that's what got us that 11-0 lead in my mind. And, it's so big to get an 11-point lead at the start of the game. As you saw, it's hard for the other team to fight back.
It really was. You're just getting off the deck all the time. And you had a whole lot of contributors, but probably, and I know points don't dictate everything, but Callaway Campton just had a heck of a game.
Oh, yeah. We talk about how versatile he is offensively. He's very difficult to guard when he has that outside shot going. And I thought two of the bigger possessions of the game, not even in the second half, but in the first half when he was able to step into a couple three-pointers down here on this end, I thought, if those don't go in, the complexion of the game might change a little bit. They might have got a couple run-outs and easy shots if those don't go in, but he can make those, and lately he has been. And so early in the year, it's kind of a no, yes when it goes in, but now you just feel comfortable when he lets it go because when those go in, your whole offensive game becomes so much more efficient.
And he's confident, and so you can be confident in him.
Oh, yeah. And that's where it starts, right? He's not hesitating on the perimeter for those shots. He didn't tonight anyway, and that's what you expect out of a senior and a guy who's been playing since he was a sophomore. So he definitely led our way offensively tonight. It was a team effort, really, because like you talk about Radloff all the time, he wasn't able to make his shots early, but give him credit because he was able to find other ways to affect the game, and he got a couple putbacks and rebounds and stuff, and he hasn't shot well here in the last two games. He would tell you the same thing, but as long as he can find a way to affect the game on each end, he's doing his job. So. And
then got it to drop late and finished with 18, but that kind of enhanced the lead that you already had. Tyler Higgs with 10 points and, 10 or 12 rebounds. He is a rebounding demon.
His athleticism is hard to match. He's strong, and his leaping ability, he gets up to the ball off the rim. It seems like he reads it a little bit quicker than a lot of the other kids, and we're going to miss that next year when he's gone because those guys don't just grow on trees. So, Tyler's ability to get those rebounds late when you're trying to seal up a victory is huge. But like I said, I'm so proud of our guys because they did it on the defensive end, and we know we've been harping on these guys in practice that we're going to have to get stops if we want to go anywhere and play in some championship games, and they did exactly that tonight, so I was really happy about that.
I do want to mention your two guards. They're no bigger in a minute, Devin Flock and Bryce McLean, and they just are fearless, and they'll take the ball. And look at Bryce. I think 3 of these buckets were in the lane. They just will never quit.
Bryce tonight showed, the practice Bryce, and sometimes when the opening tip goes up in varsity basketball games, Bryce, defers to those other guys and wants to just facilitate the game. And we've been trying to get him all year. He knows it. We want him to be aggressive. Multiple conversations I've had with you over the last 2 years have been about him and Devin both being more aggressive on the offensive end. And Bryce had a couple big shots there where he was able to penetrate into the lane, and he got a couple good rolls around the rim. But I told him at halftime, keep doing what you're doing, man, because we need you to score. Mm-hmm. And he did that tonight, even if it was just a couple baskets.
There's a quote about a guy who keeps his head when all around him it's going to be chaos. That's Devin Flock for me, because I saw him 10 times tonight when he could have pushed it and thrown it probably up on the stage. Stop. He knew he has 10 seconds to get across the half line, and everybody else would go back on defense, and he just patiently worked the ball up the floor and set it up.
I think every coach has a player on that team that doesn't necessarily fill out the stat sheet, doesn't score 20 points any given night, doesn't have 10 rebounds even. If you looked at Devin's statistics this year, they wouldn't be eye-popping, but when he leaves the floor, it's hard to replace him because of all the little things that he does. They call him the intangibles, and he's definitely our intangible guy because when he comes off, you sit around and you think, what in the world's going on? Well, Devin's on the bench, and when he's out there, he's such a leader, and I think all of our guys really follow him. He's such a good leader of our team, and like many of those seniors, we're really going to miss him next year. I don't even really want to start to think about it, but these guys are really a good group of guys, and I can't be happier for them.
So here you are. It's 1 and 2 seeds tomorrow night. St. Anthony got the 1 seed, but Dieterich got the win in the game in overtime that we had down at Dieterich. We were there and got to see that amazing finish, and Dieterich got the win. So how do you utilize the fact that you did win that game heading into tomorrow night?
I think the confidence level of our guys is obviously high. They know now that they can beat them, and last year we played them a couple times and really had our hands full. There's a reason they're the state champs, last year. So And they're obviously, I think they're 19-2 this year, with a loss against us and somebody else. But we know we're going to have to come out and play a really good game. But there's no doubt that victory at our place earlier in the year is going to be something that we use as an advantage on them, just as they're going to use it as an advantage on us, because we know we're going to get their best because, they're going to want some revenge on us tomorrow night for sure.
It ought to be a heck of a game. I'm glad I get to be here. Josh, thanks for the visit.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Greg.
Dieterich coach Josh Crumwitty. Dieterich a winner tonight. They defeated Windsor's Stew-Stras to get to the championship game. 67-48. Austin Robinson's going to come over and join us here on the post-game show. He was a hard-working man tonight. I'll let him get saddled up here. Tell you, bud, when you get down 11-0, it's kind of hard looking up, isn't it?
I told our kids it was the same situation as when we played Wednesday. We went out and beat St. Ellen beat us this year, and we were hungry going out. And I told them, Dieterich is going to be the same position we were in the other night. And they came out and punched us in the face, and we were not prepared. Our kids weren't hungry enough at the beginning of the game. A lot of that falls on my shoulders for not having them ready to play, but you can't come out and give a team that talented an 11-point lead and expect to be able to fight back. I mean, they shoot too well. Radloff and Campton are absolute studs, and they lit it up tonight, and we got everything that we deserved tonight.
Yeah, when you're looking up, and it's tough to come back. Your kids tried, though, made the effort a number of times, got it down to single digits a couple of times, and you're thinking, well, and even when it was down 20, you got it down to 15, had the ball, and so you're hanging in there.
I mean, we never gave up, and, a lot of that, Isaac Kramer played his tail off tonight, and for a big kid, to have to chase Higgs, chase Campton around all night, I give a lot of credit to Isaac for not giving up. But, like you said, you get down 15 or 12, and then you get it down to 8, you're expecting, or you're needing their shooters to miss shots, and they're not, when they get on a roll, you're in some trouble, and that's what we were tonight. And like I said, it's just disappointed in the way we started. But I'm proud that we kept fighting. But we just got to be more ready to play than that.
So tomorrow afternoon, you're finding yourself in the third place game, the game nobody wants to be in because you want to be in the championship game. So how do you focus? How do you gain the focus in this short amount of time before that Neoga game tomorrow?
I'm disappointed, and we talked about a couple things we should have done better tonight, but it's. Tomorrow we're in the exact same situation we were in tonight. We beat Neoga a couple weeks ago. I guarantee they're going to want revenge, and they've got an extra day off, and we cannot come. I mean, Neoga's got enough shooters that if you get down to them, we're going to be in the exact same situation. I'm hoping our kids are able to come out more ready to play, and I hope that I've got, hopefully we can put them in a position to succeed earlier than what I did tonight. I kind of failed our players in that situation, but hopefully, we're ready to go tomorrow.
I don't want to keep you long. You're 9-9, and it's like you got this team that wants to go on this jag and then stub your toe somewhere along the way. You got to keep at it, though, right?
You never give up, and, it's easy to keep working hard for these kids because, like I said, they work so hard for us. You get down 11 points in a game like this, it's easy to tuck your tail and get your butt smoked, but our kids never quit, and they don't, and they're going to keep fighting, and 9-9, we've still got a ton of games left. We won't quit, and I know my kids won't quit, and we'll get there. I mean, it just takes some time sometimes, but if we can pull out a third place tomorrow, if we're lucky enough, then that's a great run for us, and hopefully we'll be able to keep the momentum going over the next few weeks.
You bet. Thanks, Austin.
Hey, thanks, Greg. Appreciate you.
Windsor Stew-Stras coach Austin Robinson. Appreciate him coming up and joining us here on the post-game show.